Online. Today we're in the little town of Glenumbra and we're at the Little Wolf's Camp. And, well, as you can see, I'm getting my butt kicked. People keep putting stuff in my way, so I'm like, I'm just trying to get through this wolf camp thing here. And usually, well, I come here sometimes to practice, like if I have a good build. You know, just to see what sometimes I can come here by myself and it's just like, usually sometimes it's empty, but then not today. So what I do is when I get over here, I usually just pop off my magic shield, and then I heavy attack, and then I do vigor, and it kind of helps me survive that. But sometimes you get a group of people that is gonna come by randomly because they haven't done it yet, and because it is an open world boss, so when I play it, I'll come here with so I do okay. So I use Draw Essence, Igneous Shields, and then Absorb Magic, and then I'll heavy attack. And while I'm getting attacked, I'll pop off Vigor. That will help kind of like sustain me. So pop this off, get a shield, heavy attack, Vigor, heavy attack, Vigor, and shield. So I'm kind of like just spamming it, so I'm not even blocking. So, like if I was there in the middle of it, I would block a little bit. If I was down like 50% of my health. I've already played this a couple of times, but it's just a normal dolmen, so it's really no biggie. Oh my god, dude, look at these guys. Wow.
Think you're strong? Have some Orgrim. 3 of them. Wretched mortals.
Wretched mortals. Worms. So I usually go do dolmens because it drops a lot of jewelry. So if you collect like a lot of rings and what is it, necklaces, you could just go over to the jewelry crafting station and kind of like just keep on deconstructing it and kind of like max out your level there. And that's what I do a lot. But I thought today we would do something a little bit different. I just got out of a few dungeons, so today we did a world boss, and I kind of like had the idea from, I think it was traveling through the Rift maybe, and I was kind of like doing the world boss, and I was taking a beating. But then I remembered, oh yeah, the last patch, they messed up everything. Leave it to ZeniMax and mess up everything. So I had, like, this guy was like my immortal tank that was pretty much indestructible in PvP. So I could have like 15 or 20 people just beating me down, and I would stand there and kind of like permablock and take it all, and then like everyone else would come in and kind of like DPS their ass because everybody was like focused on me. Ah, look, the skeleton, that little bitch, he can't die, let's get him, and nobody could kill me. So but then ZeniMax, the brain of the whole entire organization, the brain behind the Illuminati, like they wish, they come in and they do this whole 180 bullshit thing, messing with the like everything in this game. Like they just totally screwed everything up. So what took me like a year to figure it out, to get like an immortal tank that I could sustain and survive all that bullshit in PvP and all these Zerg mobs and flame Eye of Flame punks. It's like, oh yeah, I could survive it, but then ZeniMax kind of like threw everything out the window and started from scratch. So I'm like, oh, it's just thinking to myself, you know what, I better start doing some more testing. So, but in the meantime, I was doing like world bosses and figure I would come here, and then I was in the Rift, but then I came over here and did kind of like the same thing, and I was like getting cracked. My coconut was really getting cracked. So I said, you know what, I think if I just play around with this and that and reallocate some champion points here and there, I might actually be able to survive if I have a good rotation. And sure enough, it worked, so I can pretty much survive that. And but it kind of throws me off because when like other people come in and they're doing things like throwing down like monster ultimates, and you're standing in the middle of like what is it called, a synchronization. When you're doing that, when you're synergizing off of a monster, it kind of, well, to me anyway, it threw me off. Like I'm like, well, press this, press that, block this, block that, heal this, heal that, but then you throw a monster in the mix and you're synergizing, and you naturally want to synergize something because you know you're going to get a good spread off whatever is being thrown down, you know? So it like kind of threw me off for a second there, and I almost died. But it was definitely fun, so kind of like throwing the random element into the mix actually helps quite a bit. So it doesn't discourage me. I kind of like want random people to come in and start doing that kind of stuff because for somebody like me, I have to like get used to it. So look at this, whenever he seen me and he got scared. No, he just went out of his zone. Yeah, so I kind of did that. I reallocated, you know, my champion points and those things. You've seen them flashing here and there. So I kind of moved them. I took some out, put some in, moved them all around. A couple of these tiers have like 0 in it. So, and of course, I kind of like upgraded my weapons because I noticed I think they were white. I'm not sure. He's just like, who runs with white weapons? So I kind of went in and I did I made it purple. I didn't have enough gold to change it gold, but made it purple. I also changed this one to Nernholm because I wasn't getting that much damage off it, so I changed it to Nernholm. And it kind of like, I think it increased it like 300 damage points, which is good because I didn't really build this one to do like DPS. This is like just your, I don't know if you would really call it a generic cookie cutter permablock tank because I have no idea what that is. But like I said, so I'm running Shackle Breaker on this because at first I wanted the Magicka and Stamina, so I wanted to kind of like do that because I wasn't sure if I was gonna do like either a Magicka build or a Stamina build. So it's kind of in between. No, wait. I think this is a Magicka build. Oh, okay, it is. So yeah, and I put like 10 into Stamina. I'm not sure why I did that, but anyway, most of my skills that I was using, oh shoot, where is it? Like these are all like Magicka, but that's on my back bar. So I'm using like a one-handed sword. That's that thing right there behind my skeleton. So on my front bar, where is it? Okay, so this is your basic Magicka build that I did to help use, and of course I'm only running like 2 stamina abilities just to sustain. So your basic thing is Ferocious Leap. I run them on both back and front because I use it a lot. And the reason is because that's weird when I switch back and forth like that. So basically it does damage, and but you gain a shield, a damage shield that absorbs like 120% of your maximum health. Believe me, 128% of anything is like huge. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think if you leap, it absorbs. Now, I'm not sure, but I think when I used this, I think people that were around me actually got a shield as well. I mean, I'm not completely sure about that, but I have seen like maybe one person, or maybe that was just a Sork. I'm not sure. So this one has the ability to so it sucks the air around you, dealing magic damage, and let's see, magic damage to nearby enemies and healing you for 114% of the damage caused. So running this and popping off that at the same time heals you. So I kind of use it in tandem because this one here is good. It's this is a what is that skill line? Either a fighter guild or did I pass it? Or it's the Undaunted. Okay, so it's a fighter guild, right? Oh my goodness, it's not even a fighter guild. What is it? Here it is, one hand and shield. Okay, so that's where I get it from. But if you read the description of it, you bolster your defense, absorbing 1500 damage. Wait a minute, 15k damage from the next spell. Where is it? And then it heals you for 17% of your max health. That means whatever your max health is, 17% of that is gonna heal you. But it says while you have a shield equipped and this ability slotted, the amount of damage you can block is increased by 8%, and the cost of block is reduced 8%. So running that with a shield on, like obviously I got a shield, kind of like, you know, that helps you block like a lot, so which is good. Figure everybody knows that, so you just basically heal yourself or nearby allies. This one I changed this originally. I'm not sure what the original, like what this morph is. Where did I get this one? Okay, so igneous shield. Oh, you have to go inside to see what the description. Okay, so originally this was the obsidian shield, but I morphed it to igneous because I wanted to the 200% additional damage thing, and it also gives you major mending, increasing your healing dump by 25%. So if you put like your champion points into like a healing ability, like the more things you heal or whatever, this adds 25% of that. So like you could be like really low and then you could just pop that off and get like really. Let's see if I can get something to attack me. Whoops. Yeah, this is probably a bad example, but maybe I can get that alligator over there. Wait for it. I want to get down to at least 40, maybe. Maybe a little bit lower. Okay, that's good. So pop this, pop that, and look how quick I heal off that. But if I'm using this, you see how my health went way up like that? Here comes Mr. Quickie Pants. Mr. I'm so quick at killing things. Okay, let's test something else out. So running this and running that is gonna heal you a lot. So, and it's good. And of course, running this. So you're just like almost invincible right now. So anything touching you, you're gonna see a lot of green around your body. And he's like, what the hell is he talking about? Green? No.
Through the spilled blood of an innocent, we call forth your anger to join our world.
Yeah, I kind of flattened those people. Oh, he wants to guard my life points, huh? Do you know where everything went?
We sometimes admire our prey and secretly applaud when it cheats us theirs. Pointless. 10 anchors drop for each that is destroyed.
Yeah, like I said, I just come here for the jewelry. Yeah, that really wasn't a very good example of what I'm trying to show, but let me get that rock. We'll find like a wolf or something. Where's a wolf when you need one? Those guys are too weak. No, not gonna work. Maybe I have to go back. Okay, there's a couple of these guys. Okay, so using this, see that green? So that basically means you're pretty much immortal, and if you block, I don't know what he was aiming at, but he's like, he needs glasses. So, yeah, that's basically your shield stacking ability on like a Dragon Knight. I'm not even sure what I am. I must be like a Khajiit or something, right? Do I have a tail? I don't even know what I am. So, it says... where would I find that? So I have to be like, I don't know what I am, so, it's like, oh my god. Alright, you know what, I'll just go out and we'll find out when I think I'm either, I can't be a Breton, and I don't think that is a Khajiit. So, what could I be? I'm not an elf because I'm not too tall. Oh, I guess I am a Dragon Knight. Alright, well that's mystery solved. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for tuning into today's episode of Elder Scrolls. We did a world boss instead of a dungeon, and I kind of like just gave the basics of this build, even though I didn't really cover much of it. But yeah. So any comments, suggestions, requests, you know what to do. Anyway, have a good evening. Thank you for watching. Bye now.